Prepare to have your nasal cavity thoroughly disrespected by two men off the internet. One of them eating baklava.
Sorry, are you talking?
And one of them who has a mad GTR, and the other guy who owns a vehicle with two doors and no roof.
Which one has oil leaking out of it?
Must be you, because I don't.
Not people, cars.
Today, we're continuing working on the disrespected MX5, but last night, Martin was very naughty. Weren't you, Martin? The last video you saw, which was actually only yesterday, we said we were going home. We did go home. We had some dinner, and then...
I came back! Like the Empire Strikes Back.
We came back. We're here till about...
Don't these normally have Star Wars themes?
Midnight. This one, we could give it a Star Wars theme. Anyway, what happened last night was the brakes got put on. Look at that. And the red calipers. If you want a step-by-step on how to paint your red calipers yourself, we've got a whole video about it. It's called How to Paint Your Brake Calipers. We made it 17 years ago. Yeah. So you can check that out today.
The theory is more or less the same.
We got a drift night tomorrow night in Sydney.
Which is why we're pumping to get this thing done.
And so Martin's going to take his MX5. I'm going to take my XR8 Falcon.
You love it. You love it so much. I think you love it more than that.
Well, let's not start controversy, Martin. What do you like better out of this than the XR8 Falcon?
This.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, good.
So let's not
Good
pretend.
chat. This MX5 needs some fresh fluids. Some of them look a bit old. You know why they look old? Because it was serviced on its schedule.
Oh.
No, it was. It's meticulously serviced. But guess what? Those fluids can still look kind of old, and they might say service it every 12,000 Ks. For the kind of driving this thing's going to get while I'm driving it,
Also, do you remember yesterday how I ingested some white powder from the back of the car?
Oh, you worked out what it was?
Well, I sent a message and I was like, I sent a photo. This is the photo that I sent. It looks pretty sketch. And this is what I sent. I said, random question, I'd like to solve this mystery. Do you know what all the white powder is in the boot of the MX5? It's around 100 to 200 grams of powder. I tasted it and didn't taste like flour. And the answer was, there was a powder fire extinguisher in there and the pin came out. It wasn't actually used to put out a fire, but the pin came out, and as it rolled around, it fired off a few shots. So there you go. Don't eat that stuff. I wouldn't.
Don't put anything in your mouth unless you know exactly where it's been. This is going to be cool because we're basically going to suck out the power steering fluid. We're going to drain the oil. We're going to look and test the coolant to see if we need to replace that, because it might not be that old and there's no point just chucking it down for no reason. And that's kind of all this is going to need, really, in stock form. What, you hungry? Are you hungry already?
I'm not hungry, but I'm just thinking, can I pull your interior apart?
Yeah, of course. Oh, you want to do the stereo? Yeah, please do.
I don't know. Does it require two of us to fendoogle the looseness in here?
No, probably not. And dude, you've got all the room in the world because you're convertible, so you can be.
I can give you a hand, like if you pump a thing or press a thing, but other than that,
what are we talking about?
I'm going to get a trim removal tool.
Oh yeah.
And do you know what I'm going to use it for, Martin?
No. It's probably in the name though.
To remove trims.
Oh.
It's going to be great. We're bringing this car into the modern era by putting a CarPlay head unit in it.
It's over there in that bucket.
These things can go a couple of ways.
They can.
In my experience. That there is the fascia kit. So
why is it fascia? Fascia. I don't like that word.
I don't know, Martin.
I
put it up there with moist and orca.
I don't like balustrade.
Oh, that's gross.
Fascia.
What about the caucus?
Caucus is a gross word as well.
What about a moist caucus?
There's another one that's to do with building as well. Purlin. I don't like a purlin.
I don't know what that means.
A purlin. I like purlins. Joist is okay.
What about remedial painting?
Oh, yuck. Because you know that's not a good time.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just those words. Does anyone have words like that?
Anyway, this is a fascia kit. Martin, I've had two experiences with this kind of thing. First experience, it clips on, it looks great. The second experience, it just doesn't work. Or
it just dangles around like the stereo. Yeah, put the stereo, and the stereo is like just flapping like an old, sock.
And
that should make things easier, though.
That should hopefully plug that in and plug that in. We also have to put in our sway bar.
Yes, sway bars. Excited for that.
And then there's that.
Yeah, just a very basic head unit as well. So I purposely got one, a shallow backing on this one. Its only job is CarPlay and make noise go through speakers, nothing else. That's its only job.
And look what they've ordered on here. I think this is interesting. This is the order that you should use this in its usability. Phone, Apple Maps, messages. That's, if you're using it for anything else than that, then, like, look how far down Google Maps is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down the line. Apple Maps have put it number 2. Now, Martin, it's no secret Martin likes Google Maps because he likes to take the scenic route. Often gets lost. I like Apple Maps because it works and I think it looks better. And then some people who consider themselves professionals of the night, they use Waze. Now, Waze, from what I've heard, is superior to both of them, but Google Maps is foul. And you know it. And Martin,
Waze is Google Maps.
Martin, you and I worked on Google Maps back in the day when they first announced it and they had the little guy that you could drag along and plonk him down.
Well, technically we did some work for them, but it wasn't that. That was, do you remember the idea that you came up with to help promote Google Maps? Do you remember?
I don't. What was it?
Do you remember it? Can I tell it? You'll start remembering once I tell the story.
Yeah.
So we'd done some work for Google because the studio we worked at, Google in Sydney, was just up the road, and they were awesome dudes. They come down. There was a bunch of products they were making, and they would come and do voiceovers, and we'd hang out. It was great. Anyway, they Mighty Commons was sort of kicking off at that point, and they said, oh, you know, it'd be cool to promote Google Maps because we're launching it. And this guy just instantly comes up with a mad idea, and he's like, cool, so here's my idea. Because you crowdsource all your data, because back in the day he was really on board with the idea of how much data Google had, which was great to do with mapping. That's changed. We'll get back to that later.
Will we?
And he's like, back in the day on the early Google Maps, which is just like a 2D thing, you had like a little person and you could see how busy the roads were based on the colours. When that traffic first came out, and it was like red for lots of traffic, orange for not so much traffic, green for clear. And so his idea was you get 200 people all with Google Maps who then all crowd a particular place, except they're nude and the road is pink.
That's a good idea.
Or because everyone's naked. That's just what you come up with straight away.
That's a good idea.
So there are, So
I think during Mardi Gras they changed it to like rainbow.
Well, there's a bunch of naked people up the road, then it's all various skin colours.
Yes.
And if it's busy, it's red. I thought that was very funny.
Oh,
at the time, I had a good chuckle because back then it's like, the thing is, we would have made it happen.
Yes. 2 quick stories about that. First time I went to San Francisco, I heard a lot of noise and commotion up ahead, and I went ahead and there was a big bike rally going on with bicycles. Everybody going along riding bicycles, but they were completely nude, and lots of them were on unicycles. So I got a unicycle off eBay, and I'm like, I'm going to try and ride it. They are very, very hard to ride it, and the only way I could stay on it was taking the seat off.
Interesting. Hey, interesting segue. I picked up a unicycle in my old MX5. I drove out to Penrith one day to pick up a unicycle.
Did yours have a seat on it?
Yeah.
Did it?
It's got a really big seat on it.
Mine didn't.
Oh, didn't it? Ow. Anyway, I picked up I remember driving down the M4 with a unicycle.
Is there anything more embarrassing than a dude in an MX5 with a unicycle
Who says I was by myself?
Oh.
Maybe I was on a date.
Who was it?
I don't know. That's just a date you go on, isn't it?
Is it?
Do you want to go pick up a unicycle?
Anyway, the point is, Google Maps, I don't like it. It makes me feel funny.
It's great. You should use it more.
Foul.
It's so good.
Anyway, so I'm going to start pulling things apart.
Including the fabric of the data of the effectiveness of your mapping system.
Yeah.
Ow.
So let's do that, Martin.
All right. Who changed what? Look at that. Look how black that oil is. That looks like, that's come out of something diesel. Did you change the oil on the Amarok or something, did you?
Nope.
Well, why is it? It's just gross. Not in this. This is going to be 5W30. So I believe these engines, you can use 040, but I think 530 is probably the right way to go because it's Australia, so it's warm all the time. It's never freezing here. Don't have to worry about having it really thin for cold starts as much. And don't drive this kind of car to the snow. Not that we have much snow. But it is going to get hot, and it's going to be on the track. So nice to give it a little bit more protection. Castrol Edge is excellent for that anyway. So here we go. Oil out and hoist it. While he's in the car, probably. Bye.
Oh, hello.
Why do car companies love doing this so much? They just love pumping as much plastic under here as they possibly can. Although some of them have like really neat, like real neat trays where it's just like 6 bolts and the whole thing comes out. This one's a bit more of a puzzle. I'm sure once you've done it a few times, it's not so bad. But there's like a combination of 10 mils, then you've got an 8 mil, then you've got a plastic plug. Like, just decide, Mazda. just decide and do or don't do. By the way, you empty the oil here, but I'm taking this off because I know we've got to get other fluids out and I just want to see what's under there. The engine sits really far back, which is good for balance. I'm taking all this under tray stuff off because we've got to do the sway bar, and also because I've just never had it off before. I think being that it's up above my head right now, and all the tools are here, it's the best possible time to have a look at it. Make sure nothing's damaged or broken. I saw a bit of broken plastic floating around in there. And then I'll be able to upgrade the sway bars, get all the fluids and empty all the fluids out without too much stuff in the way, and get a good idea if anything else needs fixing before we go too much deeper.
Can you chuck me a 10 mil, mate?
Sure can. Socket or spanner?
Like a socket on a bit of a long doodle.
Can do. It's my specialty.
And can you chuck us a little, is there like a little Ryobi light up there? Not like a big boy, just a little,
Yep.
even one of those little lithium ones?
Yeah, here, a flappy one. Do you want a foldy flappy boy?
Where's the bin, Martin?
Oh,
What's on this in there?
that's not going in the bin, dude. That's, yeah.
I thought we were turning this into a race car.
Don't be like that. Don't need to ruin another MX5. They're all ruined
I'm
already.
not ruining it, I'm just getting rid of all the stuff that we don't
pre-ruined,
need
man.
anymore.
I'm going to get 1.2 seconds quicker at the track, so I'm going to pull my entire interior out and make everyone hate my car.
Hey Martin, how common is it to remove your entire centre console to get to the head unit?
Well, nothing would shock me on a car like this.
It's a bit weird. It's a bit much, I reckon.
Yeah. Bonus points if you don't lose screws, because there's nothing worse than having a centre console that's noisy.
No, I've kept all the screws, don't worry about that, mate. Oh, I see what's going on, you cheeky dog.
What's it doing? Ah! What's that? Oh, it's just a rock. In the bin. Let's go. Come on, guard liner. Oh, this is massive. What size is that? All right, that's off. Didn't really need much of that off, but it's good to see what's going on under there anyway. So much bracing. My oil filter's right here. Oil filter lives right there. It's an interesting spot. Not too hard to get to. Oh, it's so loose. It just came off by hand. Completely loose. I'm guessing it just spills everywhere when you do this. You go like that. I've never actually had that in a car before where it's been that loose that I can remember. Where it's just come off that easily. I guess it's hard to get torque onto it because you can't get tools in there. Cool. Drain that. And oil change is half done.
Hey Martin,
Yeah, mate.
can you get me another extension?
A quarter drive one.
I'm on the driver's side, but I'm upside down. And so at the driver's side door, I got a tool hanging down. Can you see it?
What about the actual ratchet though?
Yeah, can you see it?
Yep.
Can you put a longer thing on that? So all these stupid freaking YouTube videos are like, just remove these 2 screws.
Here you go.
It's not 2 screws. There's a security bolt behind the steering wheel.
Ah. What's it there for?
That is omitted from everybody's instructions.
Is that designed to make it like hard to steal the stereo back in the day when people actually used to steal stereos?
I guess so.
Well, I appreciate that you've taken one for the team, mate, and done the hard job.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm just
What a legend.
twisted in an awkward position.
Does anyone have those mates that like will just jump in? Not in fights and stuff. I mean, like just jump in where it's like, yeah, man, I'll do it. Like they're the best.
Oh, get on there, you dog.
Even if they end up sounding like that.
I cannot wait to throw this in the bin, dude.
The car?
No, the stereo.
Stereo. All right. What's this little duct thing here do? Go to an airbox or something? Why is there random bits of tape everywhere? Maybe I shouldn't be pulling things off.
Pull it all off, dude. Throw it all in the bin.
While I'm here, I can get to the sway bar, so I'm going to get 14 mil
Literally
Stack
throw
that.
all of it in the bin.
and get the sway bar off. What are you talking rubbish about?
Just throw everything in the bin, I reckon.
Not a good way to live, mate.
Come on. If someone did steal this car stereo back in the day, what CD would be in it, do you reckon?
Classical classical album and probably maybe AC/DC or Jimmy Barnes.
Oh,
Sure.
yes.
Did you get it?
All right. Oh, I'm going to throw this in the bin so hard. Get out. Get out of my mad car.
My mad car. Well, I wonder if this sway bar is going to come out because I bet you Mazda they put all this in afterwards. I just have a feeling it's going to be one of those ones. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Sometimes they just go, but more often than not, they don't. I feel like there's a lot of stuff in the way down there, but maybe I can just flap the bottom of this away. Yeah, I reckon that'll do it. If I get rid of those brackets, maybe, just maybe. It's like newsflash, manufacturers don't piece together cars just so you can mess with them. It'd be nice if they did. But I reckon maybe without the power steering in the way. Oh, and we're going to drain the power steering anyway.
Oh, damn it.
Why? Not going to come out?
No, it is out.
Oh, what happened?
The stereo is connected to the climate control.
Oh, okay.
Do you know why I care about that?
Because...
Because now I can't throw it in the bin.
I just want to show you something that you wouldn't normally get to see. This shit. Like, get a new shoe, bro.
What's that?
What?
What are you doing?
Nothing?
That was creepy.
Why? I'm just looking at...
You want? No, don't be creepy, dude.
What's going on here?
Dude, don't be creepy.
What's going on here?
That's weird.
It's not weird. You're hanging your shoe down for us to inspect it, and by us, I mean the whole internet.
Dude, that made me feel uncomfortable.
I don't care.
I didn't like it.
I don't care. It's your
I
shoe.
felt like you were fingering my foot flap.
I was.
That's great. Don't do that. I didn't give you permission.
I don't want, but dude, you hung it out in front of my face. It's
I
my
didn't. Just because something's in front of your face doesn't mean that you have to finger it.
But you put that white powder that was in front of your face and you ate it.
Yeah, for science.
And I told you
for
not
you.
to.
I did it for you.
That's all out the window because I said no and you did it anyway, and now you just said no and I did it anyway.
No, but I was doing it to my own body. I wasn't doing it to someone else's body.
It's not your body. It's a shoe. That doesn't count.
You were trying to pull my shoe off to throw it in the bin.
Absolutely. I would never do that, dude.
Is that what you were trying to do? Just be honest,
That's
dude.
a bridge too far.
Were you trying to throw my shoe in the bin?
No.
Martin.
I know how much you care about that old shoe that's so shit that needs to be thrown in the bin that I would never do it for you.
I only wear
If you
these
threw it in
shoes.
the bin, I'd think that was pretty cool.
What are you saying?
Good on you, mate. That shoe's it's done its time. It's served you well. And you've got like a new set that the new set will never get to that condition. That's the problem. I really feel like the new shoe is missing out. That's my biggest problem with all of this.
Oh, Martin, I'm getting very close to throwing something in the bin and I've got goosebumps with excitement. I've just got to see, before I trash this properly, watch your head. I'm serious. That one there goes just like that. Oh, oops. Ah.
You need this.
Yeah. I know. That's why it was an actual
Dude, it's
accident.
smashed. Look at it.
Oh, sorry, dude. I need that piece first. I can't reach. Dude, just give it to me.
Go, take it.
I'm trying to take it. See the bottom bit. Oh, Martin, what's going on?
Why do you keep smashing it?
I think we
Hold
might,
it properly.
No, I think
Hold
we
it
need
properly.
this bit.
Hold it
I'm going to sit
properly.
it there so it doesn't fall off. The important part that we need is...
Why are you being such a dickhead?
Don't you dare put that in the bin. Stop it! Don't edge my bin lord. Oh, dude. That's slack.
Don't edge my bin lord. I was talking to someone the other day about, like, strap yourself in. This is going to be the best story you've heard in the last 2 minutes.
Is anybody regretting that they asked for a disrespected edgelord?
This is what happens. This is what actually is normally happening in this space. You know how we have this, ow, my foot.
Sorry.
You know how we have that thing in Australia called the NBN, the National Broadband Network?
Yeah. Doesn't
Big
work
issue.
half the time.
Anyway, we've got internet that's kind of okay in some spots, but completely sucks in others. Anyway, our internet comes through what's called HFC, which is something copper, high something copper. Anyway, it's the same network that back in the day when we had cable TV. So when cable TV comes through, it's the same system, but they kind of rejigged it for internet access.
What are you
which has been
talking
a
about,
thing
Martin?
for like 30 years nearly.
What are you actually
but
talking about?
they've slowly been turning up the speed on it as the technology improves, but it's nothing on fibre. But the other day I was talking to someone who was also a Australian fauna enthusiast, and he said that the HFC cables, which in a lot of areas hang on the street posts, so you've got the power wires at the top and then like a metre or two down, you've got the HFC cables, and you can identify them because they're quite fat, and at the end they have this little dip and they're either grey or black. He said that when those HFC cables went in, it became the Possum superhighway. Because all of those cables go past all these trees, and once upon a time a possum would have to come down off the tree and go across the ground, which is dangerous for a possum because that's where a dog or a cat or a dingo or a fox can get you.
Hey Martin, while you're telling your story, can you bring me down?
No. Now...
No, I need to come down and get some shit.
You can't. So now the possums could just cruise on these little HFC thing and just cross the suburbs, and the population exploded. It needs the power steering low pressure line undone.
Yeah.
And it also needs to be drained from there, and the sway bar has to be replaced. The brakes look good. I'm glad I painted them. They look cool. Don't you reckon?
Look what's going on inside here, man.
Oh, is it just a complete shit show?
No, it's all right. But that's what's happening in here.
Oh dear.
So this here,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
that's your climate now in there.
Awesome. And you're going to plug in the head unit and put in now?
Yeah.
What's with the middle bit?
I reckon we might have to cut that out.
You cut it out? That's
I reckon.
random. What did the instructors say about that for a double din?
Don't know.
Did you read them?
No. Can you get it?
They're in there.
No, the head unit.
But it's a double din, so you've got to get rid of that.
Yeah, I'll cut it.
Okay. You want the head unit now?
No.
I got this, by the way, from Super Cheap Auto, special order. So I ordered this via Super Cheap Auto. AirPro's like, it's a brand they've had in there for as long as I can remember, and they do their head units as well. Often we've used like Sony ones or JVC ones because I don't want the CD player. I don't want all the fancy stuff. I literally just want it to be a display that I can use my phone. Music comes through, maps come through. That's kind of it. That is such good utility, and really you can save some money. So this was, I think, one of the least expensive ones you can get that does those things. You can get fancier if you want, and if you're going to do like a crazy stereo or something, then absolutely you should go for one with lots of optical outs or lots of what am I saying? Optical outs. Is that what I just said? Composite outs. I don't know what I'm talking about. But this will do all sorts of different media formats. You can also do a camera on the back of it if you want to. But with these adapters, should be plug and play for my friend here, even though it hasn't really been yet.
I'm about to use a rotary tool.
Uh-oh.
To chop it.
Good.
To chop it. To change the bits on these, by the way, if you don't have one of these, it's super handy. Basically, they come with all of these different bits, different things. There's a little locking mechanism on the side like that, which locks the spindle. Comes with a little spanner, and then you can basically lock that, undo that collar, and then you can put in different bits and pieces. And so what I need is a cutting wheel of some description, and that is what I'm about to do, so I can start cutting this thing up.
There you go. Snipped.
Thank you, mate.
Can I go back up yet?
Well snipped. Almost. What we should do, though, before you send me back up to the Sky Martin, is actually make sure that all the little converter plugs and stuff that you got are correct.
I reckon they are. I'm feeling confident.
That's a horrible noise, isn't it? Horrid. Were you inspecting my shoe for long before you made me aware of it?
Well, I didn't make you aware of it at all. I didn't need to make you aware of it.
You put your finger right in the flap. I felt
didn't
it
put your finger right in the flap.
I felt your finger go all the way in there, dude.
No, not at all. I was looking at it. I was showing the people what it looks like.
Yeah, but I felt
From
your
an angle
finger
they can't normally see. This air filter is going in the bin, and we're going to put a
do you know what?
Aftermarket panel filter in.
Martin misses, but watch this. I could just stand here and do that and it'll go in.
It's actually a fluke that you missed that. It was so easy of a shot. I'm going to put a panel filter in this one. Why? Because it's still got, it's like nice cold air intake stuff. It should free up a bit of the thing with the thing. I don't know, it's an air filter. What else do you want me to say? Put an air filter in if you want. And, you know,
Put an air filter in if you want.
more time.
Welcome to Mighty Car Mods.
You spend more
Apparently,
time.
one of the world's most notable independent car series. Put an air filter in if you want.
Like, yeah, but...
Some people reckon they work. Some people reckon they don't. We've done extensive testing.
But you can't say they don't
and
work
we didn't
because they'll
see
come
shit.
for you. But they'll come for you.
No, but in our testing,
That's
we
why
didn't
I
see shit.
say it.
Martin, in our testing, we didn't
but
see
they'll
shit.
argue that our testing wasn't conclusive and it wasn't backed, it wasn't this. I don't care.
It was our testing, but
I'm
the point
just
is...
hoping a little bit more air gets in. You sacrifice some filtration ability usually for a bit more airflow.
A clean one is better than a dirty one. And if you're going to buy one, you may as well buy one that kind of looks cool and makes you feel like you're doing something cool with it.
And honestly, like, let's be real, a lot of the time when we're doing anything with intakes, usually for us to anyway, it's about the sound. And if it unlocks a little bit of cool, like, Doughty sounds because it's a little bit more free-flowing, happy days.
So, Martin, last night there was
It's also super simple. That's literally a 20-second job to change. So
that's pretty good.
And you can take it out and clean it.
There was a Honda Civic here last night, so 2006 model. It was like 2 litre, whatever.
Yeah, K20.
Anyway, so motor's sitting here, panel filter all the way back here near the firewall. I'm like, that seems a little bit whack. Now, normally
Honda's not whack
it
if
would
Honda
go
did it, dude.
this way, around here, under here, and then have a little bit of a cold air intake about right where Martin's balls are over there.
If Honda did it, it's smart.
And then, so I said to the guys, like, what's with moving that? So now I'm sounding like an old dude. Why are you moving it for less efficiency? Not that, I was just wondering. And what he said, but I don't know if it's true, yes, there's more heat over here, but what you're getting rid of now is all this big, long length of tube that slows it down. I don't think tubes slow down air when they're open. Do you know what I mean?
They do, and I've actually read up a little bit on this, and there's a lot of conversation if you want to lose like days of your life. Read up on the radius of bends in those sort of tubes and what that does to flow, and also the difference between like 2 2-inch pipes versus 1 3-inch pipe. It's interesting because you go, well, 2 2-inch pipes is 4 inches, but
do you
you've
think,
got the
Martin,
friction, right?
Do you reckon Honda...
Oh God, don't get us on flow, I don't know.
No, do you reckon Honda... Here's what I'm saying. I think a pipe that goes from here to here versus a little pipe that goes from there to there with a pod filter on it, is there data saying that you're actually doing better? I would like to see it. I'd be interested. Yeah. I don't think the flow of a pipe that long versus that long is going to make much of a difference, but I would love to be educated about it. Yeah. And it sounds like Martin just educated me on it.
Sounds like what?
Sounds like you just educated me on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't pretend to understand. You know, what I really am impressed by is people that study engineering and stuff like that, which I'm pretty sure the guy that owns that car is an engineer. If he's not an engineer, he's an engineering student.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated at what point it sinks in enough that you can visualize it. Or represent it in a way that the brain, because we're obviously like very visual creatures in that way. There's an engine, I can see how that works, I can see it goes that way. Trying to just like conjure that up in your brain, it's really impressive. And I think that's why it takes so long. That was the easiest shot ever and you still missed.
Where's the head unit, Martin?
In the bin.
No, where's the new one?
Not in the bin.
You were just talking about it.
I gave it to you already. It's in the car.
Did you?
I gave it to you already. Dude, I have to tell you about a medical condition. Can I tell you about a medical condition?
I know all about it. It's called 180SXitis. It's buying stuff for your 180SX because you go, I need some more things. This is a cool thing. We'll install that soon. You'll get to see it. Martin, where's your... I can't put your head unit in if you don't give it to me.
It's in the car, dude.
Okay.
Can you get in so I can put it up so you'll be a bit more quiet?
I won't be more quiet.
I know.
The higher I go, the more I talk. Martin, did you actually try... Did you try your cables to make sure they're all correct?
No.
Okay.
That's your job.
Okay.
Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye
bye. Bye bye, Martin. Why something in my ass? Because it is the plop trim tool was in my butthole.
Oh, please be quiet.
Martin, we made some...
I thought you were talking straight away.
No, because I just remembered...
Literally, you got a second of silence.
No, because we made some songs back in the day.
We did? Do you remember those songs?
Yes, and then a few of them you've suggested might get us into trouble these days.
Oh, absolutely. But remember when we made those like the worst songs ever? I think we've spoken about that before. We purposely tried to make the worst music in the world and literally called a website named after it.
Yeah, so what used to happen was we get people contacted and go, I want a piece of original music. There's a certain kind of value that original music costs that people need to pay. And they go, I've only got like $50. And you go, $50, man, I can't spend 2 days writing your piece of music for $50. And so we started doing, maybe we can refer them to somewhere else. So we made a website that I think was called worldsworstmusic.com.
TWWM.
And we put about 30 pieces of music on the website that is legit the worst music you've ever heard in your life. It was actually hard to make music that bad.
We should play some examples. Can we chuck some in?
Do we still have some?
Yeah, do we still have them?
Anyway, we'll try and find some for you. Anyway, so here's one of them. And have a listen to this. Have a listen to this banger here. Anyway, so when people would say, no, we've only got like $50 for a piece of music, we'd say what you need to do is there's a website where you can get music for that cheap. And they go, what is it? And we go, look, it's called theworldsworstmusic.com. And we even wrote up all the advertising for it. Was like,
I made a website, dude.
It's like, we know you don't have any money and we know you don't care about music, which is why we are serving you musical slop. We sold one piece of music off that website, which I was pretty impressed with.
Yeah.
They were the days, Martin.
Oh, that's good. That's funny. Musical slop, I like that. What do you want for your ad? Musical slop. Oh, this sway bar is going to fight me. It's going to fight. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave. I'm happy in my home on the MX5. Get off. Gotcha. It's off.
Oh, wow, it's so mini.
It was challenging. Let's get the new one.
Oh, dude, that looks great.
This is why sway bars are awesome. You don't have to rely on entirely your springs and your other stuff, and you still get some better handling because you are better connecting the front left and right and rear left and right wheels together. I mean, it's in the name, sway bars. This kind of stops them swaying as much. If you're in four-wheel driving, which we are because we're the world's best four-wheel drive channel, then sometimes you don't want that. You want the articulation on individual wheels. But in a car like this, it's the rear one, you want it tied together nice and tight. And the factory ones are fine, but this one is better. And you also get new mounts. So, I mean, if nothing else, it's 15 years newer. And you can adjust the size. You can mess with the different thicknesses of the bar. Some of these are adjustable as well, like a blade type, so you can mount the link in a different spot. And that will also give you adjustability. Wyatt and I have been doing these for a long, long, long time. Since I got my very first car, they were back in the days making sway bars. It was a really good mod that you could do, and they've continued to do. So I think this is a good combo, especially considering we've gone with springs and shocks, which means we don't have the adjustability of coilovers to fine-tune that side of things. To make them harder or softer, this sway bar will give us a little bit of that improved handling. Tighten up the front, kind of fine-tunes oversteer and understeer to a point, along with your tyres, of course. There it is, so adjustable. You make it shorter and it's stiffer, make it longer, it's more flexy.
So to actually mount the head unit in there, it comes with these brackets. So these brackets are just going to slip in like that. And then once they're in there, we can use the screws to actually hold the head unit in there. Look how small it is, because it doesn't need to have space for a compact disc. And so that is just going to slide in there like that.
Neat as. Look at that, dude.
It's going to look kind of something like that. It's pretty cool, hey?
This is my sway bar. It's just going straight in. You can put adjustable links on this, but because we don't have time to get a proper hectic wheel alignment, I'm going to use the factory links on this for now, and then I'll change to because they're easy to get to. So I'll change the adjustable links when we maybe down the road do coilovers and we need that adjustability to put the preload on the sway bars, but for now, I'm just going to use the factory ones. So it's going in through whence the hole it came. Is that a thing? Through whence? I don't know how to use that sort of words. But that looks like it's way easier to install than it is to remove. Yeah, look at that. Sick. And then we get some sway bar bushes, jam them on, and we're looking good. And we'll put the back one in. Wow, shit, your aim's bad. It's not bad. It's actually fine. It's a bit negative, isn't it, to say that? Not really necessary. These are the sway bar saddle things. So I put the new bushes on there, attach that up like so, back to the car, put the links on, job done. Sway bar upgrades are fun. Fun. Big bang for like how much mechanical knowledge and stuff is required. Unbolt, rebolt. That's why it's one of my favourite mods, because it's big, quite satisfying and not too hard, and you don't need crazy tools and all that sort of stuff. But yes, you're doing it on your back if you don't have a hoist. That is hard, I guess. Yeah, like that, like that, like that, like that. And then in she goes with some nuts.
Okay, so this is our adapter harness. It's a bit of a mess, but I'll clean that up afterwards. So this here, the last one goes in there, and then get the key. Sweet, so that is working. And then plug in head unit, CarPlay.
It sounds promising.
Great, so working.
Awesome.
Sarah actually sounds pretty good, because it was a Bose system from the factory, right?
Yeah, I think it was a fancy one, right? Did it have some trigger wire to turn all the amps on?
This
Well, I
one,
think the difference is it's got like amps in there.
which is
Oh,
P center.
control. P control.
Yeah, so what's P control?
I guess my bet is if you disconnect that, the speakers will turn off, but everything else will still work.
Should I be messing with this now that it works?
Yeah, do it. Yeah. So just like an aftermarket system, it turns the amps on. Yeah, mad. How good.
Sweet, all right.
Dude, just up the 2024 car now,
Yeah,
in the middle, you know what I mean?
the one thing that is not
Yeah.
doing
We're missing a cable, I think.
is that. All right, cool, I'll put it back together.
Over here, I'm doing spark plugs. Because we might as well. Because while we've got everything apart and we're servicing things, spark plugs can come out. Just turn the ignition off if you like, mate, unless you need it.
Sounded like you said over here I'm doing butt plugs.
Not quite. Don't think it's a
A butt plug kind of day.
interchangeable thing. So this is pretty cool. What's cool about a car of this era is very modern looking in terms of like all your coils and your injectors and stuff, and you can clearly see the injectors are there, the fuel rail, like it's all just really, really good. And tempting to drop something. Tempted to get in there and modify. So it's like, look at that, fuel rail, big injectors, let's go, let's make some power, but it's not what it's about right now. Right now it's about just getting it working. What's that thing people say? Don't get it right, get it running. Well, it doesn't really apply because this is a very reliable 2010 model car. So these will come out, get us, thanks Mazda. We'll get some new spark plugs in there, it'll be sick.
One of the cool things about having such a shallow head unit is this all has somewhere to go. Back in the day when you were trying to convert a whole bunch of different things like that with a full-size doubled in, one of the biggest challenges was actually making everything fit in that cavity that you've got behind there. So the good thing about this is there is loads of room for that in there. And then these clips that I put on the fascia here line up with the factory holes, which means I should just be able to go clip, clip.
Oh, look at it.
Look at that.
2025 model car.
That's pretty cool,
Look at these spark plugs, dude. Ford Motor Co. These are like probably the originals, because these would be within, if they're like iridiums or platinums, they're within their service life.
Yeah.
Because 100,000 Ks usually is what they say.
Moco.
But yeah, some new ones like that. Chuck them in. The only thing is these are not cheap, but then again, you might only buy one set the whole time you own a car.
Totally,
Ever.
totally.
Put 200,000 Ks on one set of spark plugs, so man, they can go in now. Bin. Spark plug go in. Such a fun, easy, satisfying job to do on any car. Well, unless it's a Subaru. Then it's not that fun or satisfying. Well, it's still satisfying, it's just not fun. But that is great. Actually, the thing is with spark plugs, unless they're really bad, you often don't really notice the difference. Some people are like, oh, I can feel it, my acceleration's better. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. Has it been a thing for you? I've never had that experience where I've done spark plugs and then gone, whoa, oh, the power's back. I have gapped them properly when we've been boosting stuff, because because I've had them gap too big, and then gap them properly, and then the spark doesn't blow out, and then you get more power. Definitely had that happen.
Your spark plugs are going to have to be in a pretty bad state for that to actually do anything. Hey.
Yeah, and they do get that way. Some people don't change them. But they're so easy to change, I don't know why you wouldn't. Super easy. Such a Euro-looking engine, this thing. The way it's got all its covers and bits and pieces. I guess it's one of those world ones where they put it in heaps and heaps of different stuff. Mazda 6, Ford Focus. Just a little bit Euro-looking on the cusp of 2010 engine. But that's going to be good later if we do anything to turn this up. The fact you've got a pretty standard looking fuel rail there and standard Bosch injectors means that doing any mods is going to be not too much of a hassle. And it'll have good triggering, it'll have good sensors, it'll have all that sort of stuff. Not that I'm going to modify it.
What I have learned in the last few minutes, and if you do this yourself, I took this whole thing out. You could actually just pull it back because the only reason this is coming out is to get access to these two Phillips heads here. And so as long as you've got access to those, that is the only reason why all of this has to come out. That said, it doesn't take that much longer to actually kind of, I guess it makes it a bit easier, saves you from having to potentially scratch things. But if you're short on time and you want to get it done quickly, for all of those times you're changing the head unit on your NC MX5, you can just pull that back and just access those two screws, and then you are ready to go. Gearbox feels nice on this car. Like, that's what I've noticed when we've gone for a drive in it, like nice and notchy.
Yeah, good box.
Kind of, I guess, something that everybody always says about them, that they're notchy.
Then they're like, oh, the MX5 one's good and the BRZ one's good. It's like, because it's probably the same box. Or made by the same company in Japan.
And also, if you watch some YouTube videos about how to remove the head unit, most of them will neglect to mention that that little 10mm there, which is a security 10mm, is way down. Like, you remove the shroud from underneath the steering wheel and then you've got to go all the way over. It is on the right-hand side here. I don't know if in American models it's like the other side, but either way, I know American models of these have this big metal shroud here. This car doesn't have it. So anyway, that is hidden in there and that will stop you from getting your stereo out.
So that is some mad progress. Here's the update. It's got spark plugs, all the old oil is drained out, the filter's gone, the power steering fluid went when I did the sway bar because I disconnected that line, so we'll flush it and put some new fluid in there as well and run it through. Coolant tested up great, so don't need to touch that. I'll look at the gearbox and see if that needs to be done, check the level, check what it looks like. Based on the service history, it was done kind of recently, like within the last couple of years, so may not need to do it if it hasn't done that many Ks, but I'll have a look at it. And then I think it's just a rear sway bar in and then wheels on. Then we're just about done, mate. That's pretty efficient.
And while you did all of that, I installed a head unit.
Arguably, that was a much more fiddly job than anything I was doing because I was just doing a major service or a medium service. Anyway, when he's done, we'll put it back up in the air and kick on.
So I'm just putting on the rear sway bar. This is a white line rear sway bar. I'm using the factory brackets that were here, but it comes with its own rubbers here, which I've just greased up, which comes with the kit as well. So they are going on, then that can be connected. Is all your servicing stuff done, Martin?
Pretty much, man. We've just got to put oil in it. Once
Nice.
it comes down, everything underneath is looking good. There's no leaks or anything. Gear oil's good, looks new, check the book. So don't need to do gear oil now. Probably do it next time we get under here, but that's easy, just take off that and drain it. Bushes are good as well. Had a look through here. There's one or two in the back we might change later on. Put the rest of this shrouding and braces back on. Drop it, oil it, wheels on, drive it.
Right.
Might try and get, if there's time, I'll try and get a wheel alignment, but it's actually, it looks pretty good, but now that we've changed so much and sway bars and everything, maybe it'd be worth getting a wheel alignment.
Are you going to do like a street alignment or a little bit drifty alignment?
Probably, I don't know actually. Let's have a think. It'd be nice to have a little bit extra neg camber in the front if it's possible. Looking at here, it looks like you can push the lower arm out, although it's got this kind of bush, maybe not. Every MX5 expert out there's going, no, you need adjustable upper. So yeah, probably not. We'll see.
All right. Looking good. Just a quick reminder that one of you is going to win a whole pallet full of awesome gear thanks to our friends at Ryobi. This is pretty much all of the tools that we used when we were doing our XR8 drift project. Plus, we've got loads of bonus prizes as well. So all you've got to do is go to the Mighty Car Mod shop, spend $50 or more, and a mystery item will automatically get added to your cart. It could be some of the Ryobi USB lithium stuff. It could be Mighty Car Mod's merch. It could be accessories. It could be little tool bits and things like that. You never know what you're going to get, but every single one of you will get something, and one of you is going to get the major prize of all of this. So there's a link down below. Grab something. Obviously supports the show, but every single one of you will get a rad mystery gift. All right, so
how good.
that is done. And now we're about to do something that I don't think has ever happened before in disrespected history.
The thing yesterday had never happened before.
We're taking it off and throwing it in the bin, and I think we're going back to normal, Martin. We got to put some oil in.
We do.
Drop it down.
Wheels on. Oil in, wheels on.
Wheels on. Get an alignment, and then drift night.
Bed in the brakes, alignment.
Which is gonna be fun. So we will, in the same video, return to our usual programming, glug in some oil, and then let's hit up Mighty Car Mod's drift night. Car is coming down. You may have noticed today I'm wearing a Reach Out hoodie. Reach Out is an awesome Australian charity that supports mental health of young people and support for their family as well. Mighty and I have very proudly been ambassadors for a long time. There is a bunch of amazing tools on their website, whether you're having some experiences maybe with some depression or anxiety, or just generally the world is feeling a bit tough for you at the moment. Check out the Reach Out website. We're going to put a link for that down below. There are lots of resources there. There's lots of people that can give you help and support, plus support for your family, or if there's someone that you know that's maybe struggling, some really great resources for them as well. So yeah, very grateful to be part of such an epic charity that's doing so much good stuff for Australian people. So yeah, check out Reach Out. They're top bunch of humans.
Glug in some oil. Oh, glug.
What happens if you...
Yeah, you can. But it's, my experience, it still glugs. Like the bottles are designed with this, like there's a vent here to kind of help it suck air back in, but realistically it just carries on. You just never know. Every bottle's different. There we go. Let's see what that says on the stick. Oopsies. It happens to the best of us. Just clean that off the exhaust manifold because that's going to be a smoky time otherwise. Gotta love a shop rag. How good are they? Love shop rags. The old t-shirts, they're my favourite. The old t-shirts are the best ones. Can get like disposable papery ones as well. I guess this is recycling, but then once you've done this to them, I doubt you're going to clean that out of them. Clean all the oil out. Let's see what that says on our stick. Now MX5 doesn't have a stick, it has a steel rope. Don't understand the fascination with these. Maybe there's some reason they do it. I don't get it. More modern cars have them. I like K-Series have something like this as well. Not even on the stick. Oh, it sucked all that power steering fluid. Shit. Last episode, we promised a lot of things. Amongst them was hearing a before and after of the exhaust. So here's what it used to sound like. Do you want to hear what it sounds like now?
I do, Martin. Let's hear it, mate. Let's go, mate. I'm excited, mate. I want to hear it, mate. Turn the key, mate. I'm ready to hear it, mate.
I already got that. I drove it.
What, mate?
I just drove it.
No, I want you to start it now, mate.
But we just drove it.
Just start the car, mate.
But the before shot was driving and the after shot's driving. It's the same.
Start the car, mate.
So when you do before and after, it kind of needs to be kind of the same?
No, but start the car, mate.
What for?
Because I'm about to hear it from here, mate. Oh.
Can't reach.
Well, that is an improvement. But do you know what will improve it even more? Martin?
What?
Turbocharger. There is one more thing to do, of course, before drift night. And I'm sorry we didn't get to it last episode. We just got way too busy with all the brakes and the other stuff. But inside here, I have got a turbocharger. Now, Martin has already ordered a turbocharged system for this car, but it has not arrived yet. So this is an interim turbo because I want the turbo noises. I want the boosty intake noises. I want those turbo whistles, and I just don't have the patience to wait for whatever Marty has ordered, which is why I managed to get my hands on this. So this here is called a blue fake turbo sound blow-off valve. Now, Martin and I first installed one of these fake turbo whistles in 2010 on a Honda Civic. That was some classic Mighty Car Mods back then. I've not seen one or even thought about one since. This here, I bought some off eBay. I bought some door handles and they sent this with it for free. So I thought, let's install it on Marty's MX5 ready for the drift night. Look at the quality. Now, does anybody remember what that bolt's called? Do you remember, Martin? That's the rock nut, remember?
Yep.
Don't forget to tighten the rock nut. Look at the turbo whistle, dude. I'm excited. Martin, things have come... Why are you on your phone, dude? We're installing a turbocharger.
No, go.
Dude, this one has got an adjustable... It's got a boost controller. Things have come a long way in 15 years, because look at this. That is amazing.
G'day, mate. Hey, I just got a quick turbo question for you.
Is that Turbo Yoda?
Yeah, you know those turbo, the turbos you put in the tailpipe, like the little exhaust, like the turbo whistlers?
Yes.
Do you happen to know the orientation of whether you get the collector at the front facing the exhaust stream, or do you turn it around the other way and get the whistler at the back? Do you know which way they go, basically?
I've no idea.
Okay.
It's not real.
Thank you. Bye.
Don't worry about what Turbo Yoda says. He said it's not real.
I mean, that's you're holding it. It's real. Oh, dude, that's real as it gets.
But check this out. I didn't know you could actually blow it.
Is that what it does? I'm not sure that's...
See?
I think that's just where it...
No, but you get to adjust the kind of... See, because that... Listen.
All right, well, jam it in. Let's see if it works. Come on. Jam it in.
Wait. Now that that's in, it actually comes with tools. That's how you know it's a quality
Can you
product. Look
install
at
it
this.
so we can hear it? Everyone wants to hear it.
Yeah,
me included.
dude.
Put it in.
I haven't tightened the rock nut yet.
Can you tighten the rock nut so we
I'm
can
in
hear
the
it?
process of tightening the rock nut.
Taking ages.
It comes with a little grub screw that now that I've... See, that goes in there. Why that's not pre-installed from the factory, I don't know, Martin. And then that one there. What's your excitement level out of 10 right now?
0.
What's your embarrassment level after just ringing Turbo Yoda and asking him about this?
Oh, no, I love it. I like winding him up. It's the best. Because he just knows, like, all the stuff. Oh, I'm glad it's got some spit in there now. Dude, put it in. Let's hear it.
Dude, I need tools. I need a torque wrench. I need some Loctite.
A torque wrench. Yeah, use them all the time. My MX5's looking pretty good, by the way. I'm very happy with how it's settled as well. Because when I first put the suspension, I'm like, oh, it's kind of sitting high. But actually, after getting it like wheel line and stuff, it looks mad. Very happy with that fitment too. Stoked, in fact. And so the brakes, black wheels, I don't always think look great on everything, but red brakes under black wheels with mad rotors, I think is excellent. Is it going in?
Do you want on the driver's side?
Yeah, that side.
This is
Closer to my head. Can
technology
you
has
put in?
come along. Martin, just hey, calm down for a second. It's not Christmas morning. Don't touch
Why are
your
you
presents.
edgelording everyone? Put it in.
I've got important things to say to you. For those of you that are interested in this technology is way better than what we had 15 years ago. It had no adjustable whistle, and I think it's going to sound like a real turbo.
People are still selling them. I mean, someone somewhere programmed a CNC with that thing, right?
That is...
Not going to fit. Oh, look at that. Doesn't fit. What a shame. You could weld it in.
Actually, maybe... Oh,
Bend it. Bend that bit.
you reckon?
Yep. Yep. Get the angle. Angle of the dangle. Yeah, dude. There it is.
I'm pretty excited.
Yep, that's going to work. Can we fire it up yet?
Sometimes, as you probably saw with our GTR turbos, sometimes you've got to get them like machined, fixed, modified. So I've just removed a bolt for this. So we've basically modified this turbocharger. In it, Martin, now we're in.
Does it fit?
Now we're talking.
Is it actually fitting?
Yeah.
Is it going to fly out as soon as I hit boost? Oh, well done. All right, let's go.
All right, let's hear it. Man, I'm so excited.
Nothing like a cold rev for your nice MX5, huh? Can you hear it already, idling?
Yeah, go.
Can you hear it rattling?
Go.
I don't hear anything. I can't hear it.
Couldn't you hear that?
I can't hear it. I can't hear.
so good.
I can't hear jack shit.
You can't hear it. It was so loud. So, a bunch of stuff got done to this car over the last 2 days.
A bunch of stuff was promised and we delivered most of it, which is not bad, really.
Wait on, what didn't we do?
We said we were going to turbocharge the car,
We just did that.
sort of. We said we were going to,
There is a turbocharger coming for this car. A
Actually,
real one. That
yeah.
will make boost.
yeah.
It is coming.
It's exciting. Next time you see the car, that's what's going to be happening to it. Very exciting.
Martin,
But
the
between
interior
now and then-
looks really good. Did we see the interior finished yet?
It looks great.
Did you have a look?
Look how
Did you
modern
see
that looks.
inside? Look how
Come see.
seamless it is.
It looks like it's meant to be there.
Yeah,
It
it's actually
looks
pretty
like a
incredible.
current model car.
These, I reckon, Martin, for a hard-top convertible, fun car, rear-wheel drive, they're slowly winning me over as an exaggeration, but I'm starting to comprehend a small part of your excitement.
And I think bang for buck, under 20 grand, still reliable, still modern enough, still decent safety, hard top, no leaks.
Yeah, it's good.
All the stuff you want with a convertible. And a lot of mods you can get for it, which for me is a huge part of it.
Yes. Well, what's very exciting is that a few times a year we run drift nights in Sydney. So we do them down over at Sydney Motorsport Park on the wet skid pan. Keep your eyeball on the socials if you want to get involved with those. There's normally passenger tickets, there's driver tickets, there's spectator tickets, there's food trucks, there's some music. We have merch and stuff there. And that is where we are going right now. So by the time you see this video, it would have already happened because you're going to be seeing footage of it in this video that you're watching.
Correct.
But if you want to come to another one, just keep your eyeballs on the socials. We have Instagram, Facebook, and the associated bits and pieces. Martin, grab your favourite car and let's go.
Chuck a helmet, let's go.
You taking this still?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I'm taking the XR8 Falcon. So good.
Hang on, wait, what?
That does have rear-wheel drive
You
mode.
literally said 3.5 hours of shit talk ago that you would rather drive this on the skid pan because rear-wheel drive.
Than this,
But you said
than the
you-
MX5. I'd take that over the MX5 100 times over.
Oh.
But what would I take out of that in an XR8 Falcon? XR8 Falcon. You've got to look at value, Martin. What's the value proposition?
Value's a big one.
Martin, let's not talk about it.
No.
Let's go drifting.
Let's go drifting.
A few times a year, we've been organising drift nights for beginners at Sydney Motorsport Park with the Australian Drift Club, so people can have a meet, drift their cars, learn some skills, and hang with us. So we thought, what better way to give the MX5 a little shakedown?
If anything at all could change your words, is there anything to say when there's nothing left at all?
I may have brought the truck. It has a diff lock in first gear, which is awesome, but they're about to make the track much faster, so now's my chance to do a little donut before it's too fast.
Our mate Rob Arbolino, that helped us build the RB engine for the GTR and is also a pro drifter, came out and we auctioned off passenger rides in the Ford XR8. We ended up getting $2,000, which we donated to Reach Out, a fantastic charity which supports the mental health of young people and their families.
Is there anywhere to find a piece of truth?
So we are at the Mighty Car Mods Drift Night. We're about to go, Mutt. Actually, I think very soon we can get out there and have a skid. This will be first time skidding in this car.
First time skidding, and also skidding in front of like over 200 people. Turn our mad new stereo down.
What's cool is we're only working on this car today.
Yeah,
You know what I
we
mean?
might put just these up so we don't get totally soaked.
Yeah. So notchy, isn't it?
Yeah,
And then just clutch kick that to the right, dude. Just kick it, go. Yeah, dude. Yes.
Not bad. That's pretty good. Wants the grip. You can tell it's a grip car, man. Oh yeah. Listen to that RX-7. That's sick.
Dude, that's great. Whoop, there we go. Oh, you almost held it. 2 Mazdas, synchronized loops. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, that's great. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, you held
Did you
it.
get
Yes.
soaked? Did you get
Oh, I'm
soaked?
so wet, even on my face.
Tasty. Oh yeah, dude, it's good.
Whoop.
It's good. Like not easy, but good. Awesome.
It slides so nice.
It does. Once it gets going. Come on. There we go. Oh, not
yeah,
bad.
dude. That's great.
The water just came over the windscreen. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Nice.
Cool, man.
Dude, you're doing great.
Thank you. This is fun.
This is awesome.
It's like, it just talks to you enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like once it goes, yeah, sick. That's mad, dude.
Dude, that's great.
I'm very happy with that. That was
You should be.
some very like straightforward mods and a lot of fun just hanging. And the result is you can do this.
And the cool thing is with this car, use it on the street, drive around,
Yep.
then come out and do some drifting with it.
Yeah, you haven't ruined it. Like this has not ruined it at all.
It's not like a purpose-built drift car, but look at it go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude.
That was sick.
Catch it. Oh, dude, you almost linked that. That's awesome. It's actually been a long time since we've worked on a car as simple as this with some really basic mods. And to work on it for just a couple of days and then go and drive it was so fun. The scale of the projects has got so big over the years. There's been travel overseas, there's been restorations, but returning to these really simple mods and then giving the car a big thrash was absolutely awesome. And the car truly delivers what it is philosophically designed to do, and that is to give you a smile. So if you're in Sydney and we do have an event, make sure you come out and bring your car, because it is lots of fun. So what is next from here? Well, we have decided to take some of our favourite Mighty Car Mods project cars on a few road trips in different places around Australia. So that is what you're going to be seeing on the next couple of episodes of Mighty Car Mods. And of course, if you do want to support the show, you can check out mightycarmods.com. That is our online shop. It directly goes to supporting the show, and we'll send you some merch directly to your door. So keep your eye on the channel and the socials. We got some road trips coming up soon in some of your favourite Mighty Car Mods cars. See you then.